So here I am at, I believe this is called the Lower Qualicum Falls. I think. I'm kind of like forget the name of the place, but anyways. So it's not very far. It's just about, maybe a kilometer off the road, maybe 2 kilometers off the road. And then they've got this bridge, and then they've got this gorge. There's this gorge that comes here into this pool. And then it goes way down here, look at that. And I'm gonna take a little trip up this other side and go to the upper falls. There's 2 of them. So this is the lower, and that's the upper. So look at that. And then look at down here. I'll go up here. There's this big pile of trees, great big huge trees that are all piled up about 20 feet above the level of the water. So in the spring, when the snow is melting, this must be like a huge torrent of river water. Like it piles the logs up. So yeah, look over here. Look at these logs all piled up here. Look at that. The way these logs are just piled up. So the river must flow really fast and deep. Can you imagine being an explorer 100 years ago and just all of a sudden coming across this, and it's like no one had ever seen this before, and I guess the natives had, but being like the first white man 150 years ago, and just wow, look at this place, right? And then I guess everyone always follows the river, and I haven't been to it yet. We're gonna go and see if we can find this upper Qualicum Falls. There's 2 falls here, lower and upper. And I asked this one lady, and she said it's a big loop. So, and judging by the way these paths are, they're well used. It's probably 100,000 people come through here every year, probably. I'm not very far from that place called Cathedral Grove. I couldn't stop or nothing. They've got it all blocked off. It's all closed because of COVID-19, and they've got signs, no stopping on the road, and so I wasn't able to really get a lot of video footage there. But look at, you can see the haze. Look at that haze, and like the smoke is so bad here from the forest fires in the United States. It just drifts here. I'm right near a place. If you wanted to look it up, you could look up either Port Alberni is like the closest town, which is maybe a 15-minute drive, and then you could look up Cathedral Falls, and then there's this place here. Look at this. Look at that. The river's flowing here. That's the bridge I just crossed and came up here. And I think it's called Williams Lake. I stopped at I think it's Williams Lake or Spout Lake or Spowett Lake or something. I can't remember. It's one of the 3. And what a beautiful lake to go swimming on. The only reason I stopped was there was like 20 cars parked along the side of the road. This was outside of the no stopping area that I said. And I said, there must be something here, because everybody was stopped on the side of the road. There's no signs, no nothing. Sure enough, you go down there, and it's this big, beautiful beach. And it's just surrounded by these mountains. It's like a... Look at this area here, all these rocks here. Look at this. A mountain, you gotta be a billy goat to live here. Look at this. Danger, big cliff. Probably a bunch of kids have jumped off here before. Cliff. Look at this. Look at the nice, look at how clear that water is. More of this glacier mountain water, man. Just clear as can be. Look at that. If they didn't have this fence here, it would be it would be safe to go down right here. There's like a little ledge, you could go and sit down there. And there's a little pool of water here, but you couldn't go in it because it would sweep you over, because there's the falls right there. You'd be like swept away, but anyway, kind of neat here. This is I'm about an hour 15-minute drive from where I live. So I'm on Vancouver Island, and there's a ferry. You got to take a ferry. There's no bridges or nothing. The only way onto the island is on these big ferries that carry, 300 cars. It's huge, big ships. And you look at, and all you see is campers and camper trailers and RVs and tent trailers, and because this is like one of the last pristine, untouched places in maybe Alaska would be similar, but they made these parks here 100 years ago, and so before massive amounts of people came in here and destroyed it, or they were able to save these areas. Not saying there's not other places, but out here with these huge trees, these 800-year-old Douglas firs. And then these pathways here. I honestly don't even know where I'm going here, because I never even looked at the map. I didn't think it was I thought it must be pretty close, but it seems far enough to go, and it's very steep. Look at these. That's what you call ankle twister. In the rain or the snow, this must be slippery as can be, and you'd be like climbing up like you need those cleats. You can get these shoes that have these cleats on it. Oh, look at this. Look at all these roots. Look at this billy goat coming here. Hello.
Hi.
She's got her bear bell on. Hear that? Oh my goodness, this is like, the camera doesn't show. This is like almost vertical here, and she's running down like a. I need to get one of those bear bell things there. Trees here. Look at the size of that thing. Yeah, look at the size of that thing. These cedar, Douglas fir. I guess that's a Douglas fir, right? Oh, it's a cedar. See, look at it. This is a cedar tree because I recognize those leaves. But I think this is a. Oh, it's a cedar. Yeah, no, it's a cedar tree. Yeah, that's a cedar. Remember those cedar strips we were talking about? There's a fir. I think that's a fir tree there. See the different bark on it. Cedar, fir tree. Look at these. And these cedars last forever. What's down over here is a big cliff. Do not hold camera over cliff. Oh, no one's here to see me do this. Look at this, all these. There's no way anyone could climb up this river and go up, and no one's ever climbed up it. I don't think anyways, man. You'd have to be a daredevil or something. Look at these trees. These are just tiny trees compared to what's in Cathedral Grove. But still, these are really big. And then this pathway. It's hard to breathe here because the smoke. It's quite humid too. It's not hot, but it's humid. You can really feel the humidity. Here's a place I guess people are looking over. Oh yeah, look at this. Look at this big gorge dropping down. Look at this big gorge. Wow. Man, oh man, crazy. Can't believe I forgot the name of this. I drove in, I saw it when I was driving in. I thought, oh, I want to look at this place. I've heard about it. And then I get here and I can't remember the name. Qualicum Falls, I guess. Upper and Lower Qualicum Falls. If I'm wrong, I'll let you know. At least it's dry. There's no rain and there's no mud here so far. Look at all we have is the top of this tree. It's growing up from the bottom of the gorge. The Grand Canyon. Look at this. Look at that mountain climbing, all that granite. I guess that's granite type rock, eh? Look at that. Again, August, what are we, October 3rd or 4th? Beautiful sky. The trees are turning. Look at these big monsters. Look at this thing. Look at these. Look at the size of this thing, man. Look, he's just... Can't believe how big these things are. Look at the size of this thing. There it is. It's just, man. Can't believe how big that is here. Maybe I'll put my watch. Hope I don't lose my watch. I'll put my watch up there to give you an idea how big this thing is. Can I stick my... Look how big that is. This one's dead. I guess the top got lopped off, or lightning, or I don't know, tree wind maybe. There was a big windstorm. I read about a big windstorm came through here. I think it was 1997. Oh. And it was so bad that some of the trails, they've still to this day have never opened. And anyways, this trail's open, thankfully. I just got passed by some fellow explorers. So anyways, we'll let them go. Yeah, so there's this windstorm that came through knocked over these trees that were like 800 years old, and they never, look at these gorges, man. Look at just vertical drop. And I guess it's just the trees are so big and they didn't want to really go in there, and I guess it would have caused more damage just to try to fix and open the trails, because they wanted to leave it just the way nature had left it, had made it, because this was like the last, this Cathedral Grove is like the last and only accessible stand of old growth trees in the world. I guess there's a couple in California, but these are Douglas firs. I think the big ones in the United States and California are called redwoods. But these are the biggest trees in Canada. And there's thankfully, I don't know who had the smart brain power and said, you know, we should keep some of these instead of just taking them all. Because you know, the lumber companies back in the day, there wasn't much foresight. They just thought that the trees would last forever, right? And then eventually someone said, you know what? We're running out of trees here. Especially these old growth ones that are, you know, 1,000 years old. Okay, so I think I'm coming up to this upper Qualicum Falls, I think is what it's called. I know there's an upper and a lower. What time is it? 4. What did my watch say? It's 20 after 4. So I got about 3 hours, 2.5 hours of sun. Wow, this is amazing too. This river must take, oh yes, it takes a big bend. Comes this way, goes around a big corner here. Oh, look at this, look at this, it's a big, here, we'll take the loop. Look at this little guy. Hello. Look at this little guy. He says hello. He says hello to everybody. But he didn't say hi. There's a nice bench. Look at this, look at this. This, well, I was going to say this might be a nice place to come for a swim in the summer, but I don't think so. It's too much rocks. It's too hard to get down and up. But it'd be pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. So there's this bridge. I didn't look at the map, so I don't know where to go here. I don't know whether... I just thought it was a short ways away because I could hear the water. And I thought, oh, it's just... But here's a nice pool of water. You could go... well, maybe you could go swimming in here. I'm not sure. It's pretty... It gets really deep right here, though. But... It gets really deep and then it shallows. There's a big ledge right here. I still haven't seen, so I'm about to head down the river and see the waterfalls. Man, imagine a million, 100 years ago, before this was a park, and somehow having access to this place here, and then setting up a tent and your campsite right here. Imagine that. And then having these beautiful rivers here. Be so isolated and maybe I'll ask. Oh, viewpoint. There's a sign up there that says viewpoint. I'm not sure. Look, there's Mr. Snuggles. Does the trail loop around up here and come back down, or?
So there's one bridge. This is the middle bridge. There's another bridge further up. The trail goes along this side of the river.
Okay, because I came from this way, so I came from the bridge over there, I guess. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, is there 3 bridges or 2 bridges?
3.
Oh, okay.
So the trail to get to the lower bridge on the river, instead of just going here to the viewpoint, you sort of go out there and it sort of loops around.
What's up this way?
Pardon me?
What's up that way?
There's a campground up that way.
Oh, and that's it. There's nothing real special, eh?
Nothing special, but you can still walk along this other side of the river for certain ways anyways. Then it goes up into the campground. And then there's a part of the campground that's closed as well. I don't know whether you can still get through there or not.
Okay. Okay, well that's good. I'll take the other bridge. Look at this. This is one of the waterfalls, I guess. If you get swept down there. Look at the whitewater rapids, man. Look at that. And this is like low water flow. This is the flow that's low. Look at that. So that's coming down here, man. Wow, you'd be like, this would be like crazy time. If I go up here, is there like a sort of a crazy thing here? Oh! Have to call a helicopter in and carry me out. Oh, look at this. Look at this. So here. Slow down there. Oh my, look at this. Watch this. There's this.